Hi, everyone, and welcome to Die Hard Sooner Report. Man, I hope you're having a great Sunday, and I know you're getting ready for a big Monday. It's Bedlam Week, 2:30 kickoff at the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. I want to apologize for getting a couple of these up late, but man, I was driving all night long to get home, and when I got home, I didn't feel very good, and so I tried to rest a little bit, and then, and I had to take care of a couple of family things, and so my grandson was over, so I wanted to spend some time with him. And I hope you realize sometimes life happens. And I'm sorry I'm just now getting a couple of these reports up, and I want to apologize. And soon we'll have Thomas Lott's thoughts on the game soon, so I'll have that up later tonight as well. Let's look at the stats of this game. I mean, Oklahoma really should have won this game by 14 to 21 points. Instead, it's a 51-46 game. And of course, Oklahoma didn't cover like I thought, and a lot of people thought they would. OU ends up getting a lot more first downs, 32 for 23. The Sooners outrushed Texas Tech by a wide margin at 323 to 107. That's 7.3 yards per carry. That's tremendous. So Sooners threw for 360 yards as Kyler completed 20 of 35 passes, had a couple of picks in the game, but had 3 touchdown passes. Yards per play, Oklahoma 8.6 in this game. Texas Tech had 6.7, but Oklahoma came in a nation leading 8.5 yards per play. 683 yards total offense in the game, 473 for Texas Tech. And, that's really impressive, when you think about it. The Sooners 5 for 10 on third downs, Texas Tech 3 of 13. Fourth downs, Oklahoma 0 for 1, but Texas Tech 2 for 2. And, time of possession, Oklahoma 32-11, Texas Tech 27 for 49. Individually, obviously Trey Sermon had a career day as Trey Sermon posted, 26 carries for 206 yards. That's the most in his career thus far as a Sooner. 3 touchdowns, 7.9 yards a carry. Kennedy Brooks had only 4 carries for 21 yards because, hey, when Trey was hot, they left him in there. And that's what I like about Oklahoma. When a guy gets hot, they go with him. But Kennedy Brooks still averaged 5.2 yards. And, of course, Kyler Murray ended up with 100 yards rushing on 11 carries at 9.1 yards a carry. We told you about Kyler's passing stats. Marquise Brown still looked hobbled to me from that ankle injury. Just didn't look like he had that burst of speed, did he? And he was easier to cover in this game, but trying to gut through it. And 5 catches for 76 yards. Lee Morris led the way with 101 yards on 4 catches and those 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb really didn't have a good game. He dropped the ball. He got the personal foul penalties, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, but he still had catches for 551 yards. And Grant Calcaterra had a pretty good day, even though he got banged up, 3 catches for 48 as well. Austin Seibert averaged 35 yards a punt on 3 punts, and the Sooners really didn't have much going in the return game. Alan Bowman was really good for Texas Tech, 21 for 26, 227, 2 touchdowns. They're going to have him for at least the next 2 years. They're going to be really good with him. And Antoine Wesley just tore up the OU secondary, 12 catches for 199 yards. The Sooners really couldn't cover him. They kind of covered everybody else, but they couldn't cover him. So the Sooners not real happy with how they played, but they're ecstatic to have the victory, and that's how we should all be, right? Oklahoma comes out of this with a victory, and that's what it's all about. Oklahoma remains in contention for the college football playoff at 8-1 overall, and the Big 12 championship at 5-1. They've got to get that Big 12 championship first before they can really worry about the college football playoff. Texas Tech drops to 5-4, 3-3 overall. Again, 2:30 kick for Bedlam. Oklahoma State rolls in after getting knocked off as Baylor rallies to beat the Cowboys in Waco on Saturday. Thank you for listening to the Die Hard Sooner Report. Please tell all your family and friends about the Die Hard Sooner Report. Let's grow this site and make this the best site in college football. Thanks for listening to the Die Hard Sooner Report. Have a great night. God bless, and Boomer Sooner, everybody.